Okay. Hello to the friends. Welcome. Heal Your Body practice. It's exciting. Uh, we're kind of nomading around town right now, doing some holiday house sits. And so it's me and my friend Reggie that are gonna join you for class today. Reggie is a serious puppy. And I also don't think his humans spend much time on the floor with him. And so he just thinks it's like the best thing ever. So who knows what I'll actually be able to do. So just listen for the directions. Hey, buddy. So, happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, a Happy Christmas for all the friends across the pond. It's an exciting time. I used to spend Christmas, so many Christmases at this ashram, where I lived in India, and we would make the most ridiculous fun on a Christmas for Christmas Eve, a kind of our own midnight mass, if you will, that has nothing to do with Catholicism, but everything to do with the spirit of Christ consciousness. And oh, I feel a little story happening here. So, depending on your sources, there is a very large Christian population in India that is from the time of Christ. And so when you look into the cultural and textual sources that are there are texts inside of a monastery called Hemaskompa in Ladakh, that's Western Tibet, and in the Indo kind of part of Indo-Tibet. And these texts document a person whose name in India is Ishai Nath. Uh-oh, my guy's a barker and he's getting ready. So Ishai Nath is the name for Jesus the Christ in India. And as these texts share those lost years of Christ, he spent those years in his yogic training in India. After Christ's death, and resurrection. What these texts say is that he went into his samadhi meditation, he died, he resurrected, and he came back over to India, lived out the rest of his life there, and is buried in near Hemaskompa. Also, some of his disciples of that time also came over to India and established the Christian communities that exist there today. And I'm trying to remember it's Thomas. I think I have that right. Thomas is buried in South India like this. So, and they have a little bit different story on him being doubting as well. So convenient narratives, to keep humans in line, this kind of thing. So there are books that have been published about this. Of course, like no Catholic, Christian, or whatever church would ever agree with this. But the lineage I practiced in, my guru is a Nath yogi, and the Nathas have their oral lineage heritage. And Ishai Nath is one of the many great yogi masters in the pantheon, of gurus of Nath Yoga Sampradaya, the Nath Yoga order. And the all gurus are like, oh yeah, Ishai Nath, he's one of ours. If you're wondering who those three wise men were, they were the Nath yogis that came over. And so you can take all of this with a grain of salt, but it's a fascinating thing. So we would do an Ishai Nath puja on Christmas Eve. And really, Christ consciousness is synonymous with compassion. And compassion is at the heart of the tantras, is at the heart of Buddha Dharma. And so this is a portal of Christ consciousness, this capacity to channel compassion and love. It's the glue of everything. That's what this portal is about, coupled with the winter solstice, the season of renewal. So let's see where that leads us in a practice that can be restful and rejuvenative. This will be the first one in our winter series as we follow the seasonal calendar. And like this, I think this is all just a really good reminder that the meaning making is really up to you. You're the one doing the meaning making. So you can decide what you would like the significance of any of these portals to be for you. So with that said, oh yeah, I think we're starting on our backs, coming down onto the floor. Ah. Reggie, my guy, I don't think your people are yogis, so we have to learn together what resting can look like. I need like a face mask. Yeah, give me those. Are so persistent. Oh. So we're down here on the floor. Hang out with me. I'm resting me here. We're hanging out on the floor. And just feel all the parts of your body that are connecting to the floor. Go later. Go later. Go later. Go later. Feel that possibility of grounding, connecting, melting. Time of deep earth renewal, of little mossy groves and budding Amanita muscata mushrooms. Ah, it's a mystical time, a very fairy elven time. There's sparkle. Nice deep breath into the belly. Let the belly expand. All the directions. Front and back, up and down, side to side. You feel how the expansive breath is available. How that fuels you. It's like a little energy battery. Let's make sure we're breathing into the back body and find the space slowly, not in a rush. Find the space between the kidneys. Find the space between the kidneys. So the kidneys are just below the bottom rib. And one's on the right, one's on the left. Hopefully, I could have one kidney. And to breathe at the space in between, in conceptualizing this in the back body. This is the point of vitality, the ancestral vitality, kidney essence, yin and yang. Breathing into the kidneys and the space between. An important vitality practice, a very important wintertime vitality practice. Back body fascia gets pretty tight during winter. And there could be some tension patterns, low back, knees, also tugging at upper back, even all the way up towards forehead, occiput. It's a big, long channel back there. Now, conceptualize this meeting place between the kidneys is in like the center of the body. Between the kidneys, but center. That's the meeting place of yin and yang. We're here in the season of renewal. Classic. Go ahead and draw the knees in towards the chest, and let's just maintain awareness of this place. Continuing to breathe into while we unlock a bit of that fascia in the back body. Starting with a few circles, let the knees float away, then the knees come in towards the chest as we massage around the entire sacrum. Let's do this in the opposite direction. Right and left. Right, there's sounds, there's popping, there's cracking, there's lots of sounds that are communicating basically stagnation. Right, the solid character of the fluid in our body. Side to side, activated kidneys. And then let's bring this into single leg circles, opening up hips. And what we're doing is moving the fluid in posterior sacrum. Moving it again. It tickles. Well, I knew my situation today was going to be ridiculous. Hey, squeeze. All right, we're also investigating what's like really tight. I'm kind of, for some reason, moving a little faster today with my movements. That's feeling good. Drawing knees in line with hips and give a little squeeze and then release. And a little squeeze. Nice. Stretch this right leg to the sky. Clasp your hands around the back of the thigh and let's make circles. Circles in the opposite direction. And we're going to flex and we're going to point and we're going to push through the ball mound to the foot. Wake up the back of the leg. That bladder channel, kidney channel, they come all the way down here to base of the foot. Now let's switch it up. Opposite leg extends, circle. Opposite direction, circle. That's a good boy. Let's go flex. Point. And push through the palm out. Oh, hello, tight calf. And both legs stretch onto the floor. Arms stretch over. A big old stretch through the body. Let's do the first of many twists. I've been feeling a lot of twists lately. Like, let's just keep, flexion, extension, moving things in the spinal column, but then like twisting, pulling it out. Maneuverability seems pretty important still. So this is single leg twist, and we're going to do alternating sides with the breath. So arms are out to the sides comfortably. We're going to inhale, bend the right knee. Let that one fall to the outside. Just take a breath here. Inhale through the center. Exhale across the body, but you don't have to push it. Just go as far as it feels good. Go as far as that opposite shoulder is on the floor. And then back to center and release. Let's go left side, inhale. Exhale. First to the outside, little adductor stretch. Get out of there. Inhale, center. Exhale across the body. Maybe turning the head in the opposite direction. Right. And I think why I'm liking these so much, well, for me, I got some just like thoracic tension stuff going on, but it's really about these SI joints, right? Low back. They need to move in all the directions. I've been noticing in the shiatsu space. Wow, some super tight low backs. Here we go. A couple more to each side. Inhale, right leg. Give yourself the full breath. Inhale. And inhale. Exhale. Left side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Slowly with the breath when we move. In essence, connecting asana and pranayama are just movement and breath. We move prana in the body. We move life force energy. This will be our last one. Yeah. Take a breath in between. See what you can feel and observe in the body. Legs together, arms by the side. We're going to do single leg twist. You could just bring that leg in or raise the leg and draw it inwards. Flexing the feet, knee is directly over the hip as much as possible. Hands clasp on shin or back of thigh. Breathing and holding. Next inhale, stretch back out and down. Let's go opposite side, left leg, exhale. Oh, knee to chest. Upper body relax, neck relax. Inhale, stretch it out and down. Make a few windshield wipers. So if we're thinking about activation of kidney bladder channels, then we need to do extension. It mainly shows up as back bending. So we're going to come onto the belly from here. And give it a little centering Adva Asana, arms extend forward, forehead towards the floor. Couple breaths now in the back body, melt through the front body and into the floor. Arms in line with shoulders. Half locust pose. We're gonna lift opposite arm and leg. Right arm, left leg lifts and floats down to the floor. Left arm, right leg lift. Inhale. Exhale down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Maybe the head is just looking at the floor. All right, we're not even trying to activate muscles through there. You really don't have to lift very high to get the activation we want. Inhale. Exhale. Nice, back to Adva Asana, melt. Bringing hands by the side of the chest for baby cobra. Pressing into the floor, lifting with just the upper back muscles. Roll shoulders, squeeze shoulder blades together. The whole lower body is pretty quiet here. We don't have to squeeze the glutes or squeeze the hamstrings, but there's like a fulcrum. The belly pushes into the floor, and then we lift with upper body. And we exhale down. We take a breath down here. And as if you could fluff between each vertebra. Again, baby cobra. Exhaling down. Roll the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Really feel how the shoulders can move down, away from the ears and towards the hips. And down here, breathe between the vertebrae. Like we're aerating, fluffing. And now breathe in. Exhale down. Yeah, let the breath filling the lungs. How about one more? Inhale up, roll shoulders, squeeze shoulder blades together, lift the hands, bring them a little forward, and come into Sphinx pose. Oh. Or hanging out in baby cobra. I'm really concentrating my breath here into those that SI joint, the very dynamic meeting place in the top of the sacrum. Nice breath in. Exhale down. So we're gonna do the flapping fish pose. This is a forward fold alternative when all forward bending is contraindicated, like when there's severe sciatica or slip disc. This, so we're gonna draw. Let's just start my left leg. I'm gonna draw my left leg up towards about 90 degrees, and then I got options. Could stay in the center here, where I could turn the upper, really just the arm. They could come to the side, or they could turn enough that my elbow is on top of the thigh, my head is in between. But for whatever's going on in my thoracic, it's too much. I'm just gonna hang out back here in the middle. You might also have the experience that it's too much pressure on the boobs, and you might like a soft blanket offering up some padding. What are we doing here? Ooh, excellent stretch to the piriformis muscle. In particular, sciatic nerve has to go under the piriformis muscle. It's a common culprit with sciatic pain, that it's tight piriformis. In fact, all these glutes that attach at the sacrum and the greater trochanter on the thigh, right now they're all getting this beautiful passive stretch. Maybe you're feeling it more in groins and adductors. You're also in this yin position on the floor. And so your job is to breathe and melt. Take a few breaths like that. And really let yourself be in the restfulness. Wow, we got two sides, so let's bring it back to the center. Like you could hang out there 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you do, you just be even on both sides. We're back here at the center. Let's bring opposite leg up. And it's like a little bit out also, like open up that groin, that adductor. You've got options with the upper body. Turning. I'm just going to repeat what I did on the first side for symmetry's sake. Letting my anatomy settle into the pose. You. And now we're in the melting phase. Nice and slow. Releasing this leg. Just like feel your body right now. What's a pose that you might like to do following this? Like, would you like another Sphinx? Okay. Or is it more like flapping the fishtail from side to side? What would feel good right now? Tune in. Just some random stretches. And whenever you're ready, we're gonna push ourselves up and back into child's pose. Could be hands, could be elbows. I biting my feet. The whole class, everybody's gonna see you sniffing my butt. Child's pose. Let's feel that opposite stretch for that SI joint low back. Oh, we're gonna keep moving. I think I found the very tight thing. Oh, ready? Child's pose. No, cat pose. Hands and knees on the floor, fingers spread wide. Inhale, arching, looking up. Exhale, spine towards ceiling, like a dead leg. Such a goof. Inhale, arching. Doesn't have to be like the biggest, deepest arch. Let's go right and left movement. Flat back, inhale, center, exhale, side body stretch. Hey, you. Thank you. Right back to center child's pose. Give a little walk of the right arm forward. Give a little walk of the left arm forward. No, you may not chew the yoga mat. Give a little walk of both arms forward. No, no, no. You may not chew the yoga mat. Stop. Come all the way up into seated. No. Okay. Roll the shoulders. So we're here in Vajrasana, diamond pose, no Reggie. No Reggie. Oh, rolling the shoulder. No. Go get your Frankie. Go get your Frankie. Oh, oh, these shoulders. Opposite direction. Elbow circles in. Ugh. Elbow circles with your being bad. Elbows. That's what I want. Shoulder circles with elbows. In the opposite direction. Off you. I'm gonna put you outside. Shrug shoulders. No. Check out the arm. I'm not playing with you. No. No. Go get your bum. Oh, neck movement. Forward and backward. Oh, I thought puppies were a good idea. Let's do right and left movement, simple rotation. Ear to shoulder. Oh, relax the jaw while you do this. Okay, tuck chin, roll up to the shoulder, roll down through the middle. Opposite shoulder, inhale, exhale. Inhale. And a little bit more movement from here for the wrist. Arms out in front, make a fist with the thumb on the inside, up and down. Circle. Opposite direction circle. Flex the hands up and down. Kind of make some wiggle. Now we're back on hands and knees, hands a little bit farther forward, and circle of the hips. If you circle the belly button, the hips will circle. In the opposite direction. And let the hips sway side to side. Also beautiful therapeutic movement here for hips for low back. We're going to turn this into figure eight, side to side. And like a infinity symbol. The neck kind of have some movement to it. Side to side. Now, how about figure eight forward and back? Like you're drawing an eight. Yeah, kind of reverse it. Gets a little snaky. Nice. Back into a child's pose. Slowly coming up, we're bringing left leg forward. It really doesn't matter. Just a little low lunge here. Range of motion, style movement. We're coming forward and back. Forward and back. Loosening. Hip flexor. Activate hamstring. Right, they're just working all these planes. All this interconnectivity. Try it on the opposite side. Forward and back. Notice differences in the two sides. See if you can kind of keep things in an actual forward and backward plane. Things could feel a little wonky. Nice. Back to the first side now, out to the side. And we're just range of motion. Let's get that adductors again. Groins. Switch sides. Getting all that good liver channel. I swear yesterday in the shiatsu clinic, everybody was liver, liver, liver. So we're trying to do deep restfulness, but we're drawing on the resources to show up for all this stuff. Oh, we feel tight, we feel constricted. We're like, no, I feel expansive and free. We're a little stuck in the contraction of it all. So feel here, expansion, like you're stretching way out here. And let it kind of flow. Let these little stuck things reveal themselves, and then we get enough juice flowing in the interstitial spaces, the things actually start to move. Nice. Let's bring it back. Earth face stretch here. We're here in a Vajradasana diamond pose. And yeah, I'm also really intentional about how much time we're spending in this. It's really important. A little bit of space for the feet. So you can come back. Earth face stretch. Breathe. Front part of the body. child's pose with the arms by the side of the body. Or counter pose. We're going to transition basically into standing forward fold. If you'd like to come up through a downward facing dog, that's fine. Skip that, also fine. I didn't even take my socks off yet. Walking feet forward. I just basically want to end up in forward fold. Knees soft, arms dangling. And then just this little pulsation. So it's really like the bend in the knees. Oh, soft wiggle through the lower back that resonates through the entire spine. And I'm just sort of like crumpling into this expression of malasana garland pose, squatting pose, and this wiggling here. Pretty rounded. And then back into a forward fold. And again, I'm adding this little wiggle. And then a little swaying. Tabletop pose. Soft bend in the knees. Hands somewhere along calves. Soft arch in the low back. Exhale, forward flow. Keep it all very soft. Tabletop. Inhale. So crumple it on into a malasana garland pose. Really be in the stretch for the low back. To play around, stretching through the heels. Coming up to standing, shake it out a bit. Let's do standing wiggle. I do a little bit more vigorous with these wiggles. Probably gonna get the puppy really excited. Yeah, let this wiggles get into the tight places. A little bit longer. Nice. Start to slow down. Oh, pause. Feel all of that activation inside the body. Do a little activation of some of the fire. We said, oh, the portal. It's a portal of compassion. means we have access to this. That is super heart-centered stuff. This magical place in the body. So, first thing we're going to do is this wiggly activation where we're going to have our arms overhead and we're going to shake quite vigorously with your tongue out and your eyes flared. This is straight from Taoist chi cultivation practices. It's about igniting fire phase. And so we'll just do it, right? So the arm, take a breath in, stick your tongue out, and also like widen your eyes, flare your eyes. Arms around. So, giggles will definitely follow that. Take a breath. I just feel there's this like, ooh, kind of bubbly from the heart center. We're gonna do it again, right? So it's like a side to side wiggle with the hands. You're opening up under the armpits and the fascia under the arms. The tongue is outstretched and the eyes are wide open. This is to activate these channels. Let's try it again. Take a deep breath in. And just feel from there. Arms are going to open up wide. Fan open the wrist. Pericardium. Heart protector. Bring the hands into a hug. Triple heater. Squeeze open. Shoulder blades. Stretch across top of shoulder blade. Cap of the shoulder. Down the arm line. Central arm line on the outside. Open up. Fan open the wrist. Pericardium stretch. Sides of the breast tissue through the inner arm line. Companion to liver. Mhm. Arms come back into triple heater stretch, whichever one was on top. Nice breath in. Slowly release. Standing twist. Yeah, that fire face stretch might like wake you up a little bit. Might make you sweat. Might feel like, my eyes are awake now. Might be picking up one heel at a time. Over to the right, picking up the left heel. Start to come to a stop. And just feel in that pause, all of the activation. Keep your eyes open. Might be helpful for cultivating expansive states of mind consciousness, facial consciousness, facial awareness. Feel some of that flow and activation. We're going to come down to the floor, couple of poses from there that are still part of this fire phase activation. I've got a wee blanket under for support. And in this fire phase activation, we're going to bring feet into butterfly. Let's do a few things from here, starting with some pelvic tilting. I don't know if that blanket is going to help. Simple pelvic tilt. Forward, backward. And we're going to make circles around the sacrum. The opposite direction circles. Fire face stretch. We're going to turn the hands inward. Elbows open up as we stretch forward. Breathe in. As you extend through the elbows, we're stretching underneath the armpits, heart, and small intestine channel. Inhale. All the way back up. Stretch both legs. We're going to follow this with traditional fire face, water face stretch. Might give a little sweep to the flesh. Looks a lot like Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend. Let's bend. Bend the knees slightly, flex the feet. Already that's enough, to be honest with you, but we could take it a little bit forward. Inhale and exhale. We're definitely going on a WALK after this. Feel that whole activation, back body. Kidney bladder channels are full circle in this wintertime practice. Possible to be reaching for those toes. Really just depends on how tight everything is. Next inhale. Back up. And down Marichi Asana 1. Bring the right foot over the left. Wrap with the left arm. Right leg over. Wrap with left. Back and pushing the chest forward. Turn towards the space behind you. Breathe in. And exhale. Switching sides. Breathe in. I'm laughing because I'm like, did anything loosen up? Like, oh, winter. It's all so much easier in other seasons. Nice breath in. Exhale, center. Pause for a moment. We'll be in a Sukhasana, easy pose. Maybe eyes open. Soft gaze. As we bring ourselves into the presence of the moment. All the things, all the needs, all the people's needs, all the expectations. And just remind yourself you can choose according to your actual capacity. We know that's ever changing and fluctuating. And that could be a practice, meeting ourselves to our actual capacity of that moment. Doesn't that sound like a paradise of sorts? And with that inspiration, what's next in your day? A meditation, a yoga nidra, moving on, staring into space, twiddling your thumbs, doing something fun. Just remember the deep rooted portal of the moment. Love and compassion. So, friends, I'm so happy we got to share this practice today. Thank you so very much. And I'll see you soon, like next Monday at the new moon portal and whatever fun things we cook up. Happy and Merry Christmas to all of you. I'll see you soon.